In this presentation, I'll be trying to convince you on why you should see the world. When I was about a junior in high school, I was given the opportunity to go to the Dominican Republic on a mission trip with my church. This was a great opportunity for me, and it was very eye-opening in a lot of ways. If you don't know much about the Dominican Republic, it is a very poor country. A lot of the citizens are sugarcane farmers, and they live in small villages, in shacks, pretty much. With this, I also saw a lot of culture in that, got to learn some of their music and how the foods that they eat, and it was a really good experience for me. I think that you could also have these type of experiences. There's a lot of other things you can also get from going into other countries. For example, you can always get different viewpoints. So for me at the Dominican Republic, you see these people don't care about we cared a lot about internet, Wi-Fi, and some of these people have no concern with any of this, and they still find joy in a lot of things they do. And I think we can look at that and see how the things that we value don't bring us joy and how that can affect our lives. But there's also other viewpoints we can look at as well. We can look at political viewpoints, how other countries, what their political views are, how they run their countries, what are our opinion of those. And then you can also just look at what values people hold, and how that affects their day-to-day lives. We also can look at what the needs are of other countries. So in the Dominican, there was a need in a lot of these villages for food and for medicine and things like that. And being able to come in and see that, it really changed how I look at it at giving, because I don't think we always fully understand what is actually happening in those poor areas. We also can look at the freedoms of those people and look at how blessed we are to be in a country with the freedom of speech and religion and things like that, where you go to countries where they don't have that same freedoms, and we can see that there might be a need for activists and things like that in those countries. There's always experience. So types of foods. So little fun story. So when I was in Dominican Republic, when we would eat spaghetti with corn in it. And I have no idea why there was corn in the spaghetti, but it was just the way that they would do things would be a little different, and it was a really good experience to see the different ways people do things. There's also different types of music. So when I was over there, we got to do a lot of worshiping because I was on a mission trip. And it's really beautiful to see how they can worship without instruments or lights or anything like what a lot of our churches use today in the U.S. For them to be able to just take that and just worship. It was an amazing experience and very culturing in worship aspect. Another reason you might go over to another country, or maybe not a reason, but something that is supportive, is that tourism is really good for countries. It creates a lot of jobs, and for a lot of unstable economies, it creates a stable work for people. It creates economic growth in those countries also that might be unstable. And so the reason I think that you should go to another country is for all those reasons that I just mentioned, and I think that it can be a really good thing for a lot of people.